All right, so it's my bike tour, day 2, and I had great aspirations today to get to a really nice park. I think it's called the Empire State Equestrian College. It's just a beautiful canopy of trees, and I was gonna show you that here on Long Island, but the schools are closed. I believe down here, this is the Northern State Parkway. I'm gonna head into a town called Syosset, which is where I worked for many, many years, and we're gonna see what's happening in Syosset. All right, so I can't give you beautiful canopy of trees, horses, but I can give you a little bit of a tour of Long Island. We're gonna go take a look at Syosset. All right, we're looking at a landmark here, or at least I'm gonna say it is. Syosset Lanes. Been here for years. I love the beautiful bold graphic they have on the side of the building, and it matches my bike. Welcome to Syosset. So over here, guys, is Route 25 or Jericho Turnpike, and it basically runs east to west from the direction of Manhattan to the west, and way out to the Hamptons in the east. All right, I'm in a industrial park that I have some personal history with. There's a tough character. When I first ventured out to Long Island many years ago in the early 90s, and yes, guys, I'm old, I worked in this industrial park. The company I worked for actually owned many of the buildings here, but today there's a ton of different businesses in this industrial park. As industrial parks go, this is pretty interesting. So let's take a look. So I've got some pretty bad audio over here. And this was actually one of the buildings that the company I worked for owned many, many years ago. And now there's fitness centers. There's all sorts of athletics for children right in this building here. 165 Eileen Way in Syosset. So if you live in the area and you don't know this is here, and you need to get your fitness on when the world comes back to normal, come down here. Right behind me, there's the Great Play Interactive Gym for kids, and that's a theme in this area. The Syosset area itself is one of the best school districts in America, so it makes sense, and there's a lot of money here, so it's an affluent area. So it makes sense that there be lots of activities and functions dedicated to kids, and the fulfillment of making your kid the best kid he or she can be. All right here in Syosset. All right, my favorite place in Syosset, Mongo's Coffee Roastery and Lounge, where you could just go in and have a great coffee, some nosh, pre-coronavirus. Now it's good for pickup orders, and hopefully soon we'll get back to normalcy. And hopefully soon we'll get back to normalcy. If you're in Syosset, Mongo's to go. Best coffee on Long Island, guys. All right, so now that we've seen this really cool industrial park, let's head into town to their little main street in Syosset, and we'll check that out before we head home. This is an interesting bit. The official practice ice for the New York Islanders Ice Works in Syosset. Now, just a little bit of trivia for you. And the one thing I'm gonna say, guys, is that sign's a little faded. And if you know anything about the Islanders, their chances of winning anytime soon are a little faded too. Now, for those of you in other parts of the country, I'm rolling up on something that's a New York area pleasantry. We call them dirty dogs. Should I risk going across this busy street and the possibility of contracting the coronavirus to have a dirty dog? I am a little hungry. All right, I'm gonna go over and get one. So we're gonna get a hot, what did you say? Is your name Jeff? What did you say I'm getting, Jeff? I'm gonna get sauerkraut, onions, and mustard.
No, not onions.
Okay.
Mustard,
Yep.
ketchup.
Sauerkraut, mustard, and ketchup, guys. And I think I'm gonna do a Coke. So this is the dirty dog. Thank you.
This is the best one. Nice, fresh one.
Nice and fresh. And you're Jeff.
Hold on to that.
Okay. So how are you doing, Jeff? How's it been? How's it been with the whole?
It's getting there, a little bit at a time. One step at a time.
Let's hope it gets better. Can I do a Coke as well?
What is it?
A Coke?
Coke?
Yeah, please.
Coke is not cold yet. Pepsi?
Yeah, Coke's good, even if it's
No,
hot.
Coke is not cold yet. The Pepsi's okay?
What else do you have?
Ginger ale?
Yeah, I'll do ginger ale.
All right, there you go.
There you go. Keep the change.
Don't worry about it.
Keep the change.
No, you're okay.
You sure?
In the house.
All right, thank you. All right, here is a dirty dog. Now I moved away because I think I freaked Jeff out a little bit, and I didn't mean to do that. And I tried to give him a nice healthy tip, and believe it or not, Jeff gave this dirty dog and a can of ginger ale to me on the house. Now you know what, guys? I think you got to reward kindness. So I'm going to come back when I'm looking a little better and a little bit more or a little less kind of spooky. And I'm going to hit up Jeff's hot dogs and ice cream and show him some support. And if you're in Syosset, guys, on Underhill, right before you get to the train station, Jeff will be set up. He's also going to be set up in Oyster Bay. Just a great guy. But you know what? Jeff could be the nicest guy. Let's check out this dirty dog and see if it meets standard. So we got kraut, we've got ketchup and mustard. And I'm gonna use the bike here. I'm gonna use this as my table. Oh, drop that. That's a dirty dog. The only thing better than a New York dirty dog is a free New York dirty dog. Thanks again, Jeff. And a Canada Dry ginger ale. He tried to give me a Pepsi. All right, again, when you're on foot or you're riding on your bike, you see stuff that you would never see in a car. So I'm right near the Syosset train station, and I'm looking up on the fence, and I'm seeing all these stuffed animals on the fence. I have no idea what the significance of this is. Is this a political statement of some sort? But there's stuffed animals the length of the fence at each post, heading to the station in Syosset. Who would have thought? Who would know? Unless you walk by every day. We've got Piggy hung up there. On every post, guys. I'm gonna have to find out what these mean. Why they're here in the town of Syosset. But Jeff's roadside hot dog and ice cream stand on Underhill in Syosset. Average guy tested, average guy approved. Just as I get to the train station in Syosset, there's a nice memorial here for people that have served the country. There's one for the Korean War, World War II, Vietnam, and Desert Storm. Nice place to stop and just reflect a bit. Also a nice place to wait for the train if you're here early. And just a beautiful day, guys. Here's a look at the platforms. Now this lot during a normal weekday, pre-coronavirus, you can't find a spot. So this shows you just how vacant Manhattan is. I think we're in phase 2. So I read somewhere that another 300,000 people would be going into Manhattan this week. Apparently they're not coming from Syosset because this parking lot is almost a ghost town. All right, let's head into town and take a look. Better safe than sorry. But I did have a dirty dog, guys, so. So this is cool right here. It says courtesy of the Syosset Public Library, littlefreelibrary.org. Take a book, share a book. How cool is that? The growth of knowledge. So on my way out of Syosset and across from the Syosset Fire Department is a really nice memorial to the many firefighters from Long Island that perished in the 9/11 disaster. In the center of this exhibit here, or memorial, are two of the beams, actual beams or artifacts from the buildings there. This is just very nicely done, honoring the fire folks from this area, from Oyster Bay and from the Syosset Department in particular, that rushed into the city, first responders. This is really, really well done. We will never forget terrible events of that day. The town of Syosset, guys. It's a great place to work. As you saw earlier in the industrial park, great place to play, great place to be educated. And that's my tour of Syosset. Because I had to make lemonade out of lemons, guys. I'll see you next time on my next bike tour of Long Island. But until then, you know what to do. Keep pushing play. And now I got to get home and get some work done today. All right, see you guys later.